So guys, this was your Excel project. And as you can see, you are supposed to answer questions from data exploration, data preparation, and data analysis. So you have all of this and you are supposed to build it, include all of that into the project. So I'm not going to work on the exact this same page, but I'm going to show you guys how to calculate for some of these values using certain formulas. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can.
All right, so let me see if I can bring up. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the first thing is we want to analyze this data. We want to analyze this data. I need someone to look at my screen and tell me the first thing I need to look at in terms of analysis. This data needs cleaning. Okay, this data needs cleaning. And it needs some level of organization as well. As you can see, it's already on a table format. You can see the order ID, you can see the order date, the ship date, the ship mode, customer ID, customer name, segment, sales rep, sales team manager, location ID, city, state, postal code, region, product ID. We are going to look at this for those in the data analysis class. We are going to look at visualizing this data using Tableau PowerPoint, product ID, category, subcategory, product name. And there are a lot of stuff, there are a lot of cleaning to be done here. So who can tell me the very first thing to do? I have already identified what we need to look at here, but I need someone to share with me what he or she thinks I'm supposed to do. You are supposed to do some data entry, which is already like typed right now, but you want to analyze the data. What's next? What's next? Anybody? Nobody. Is anyone hearing me?
Yes, sir. Can
Hello?
hear you. I can hear you.
Nobody is talking.
I said
Do
I
you
can hear
people,
you.
I hear you.
do you people
We
understand
are
my
following.
question? Do you understand my question?
Personally, I
Take
don't
for
understand.
instance, the question is this: you have a data like this, and you are asked to create some analysis into it. For those of you that are in the data entry class, you realize that this data is better cleaned on Excel or Power Query Editor, maybe Power BI, or mostly Power BI. Or if you are good with Python, you can as well clean it. But if you look at this data, can you look at the location ID? What did you notice? Let's look at the location ID. This particular this particular column. What did you notice? I need us to be interactive.
Different locations.
It's not in alphabetical order.
Okay. It's not in alphabetical order, different locations. Okay. Any other person? Thank you. Any other person? All right. Now, if you look at the ID, you realize that you have both numbers and city names, right? And if you check this other column, the city name is already there. So of what use is putting the city name again alongside the location ID. So a part of what you are supposed to do as someone who is good with data is to make sure that you remove the city from the number, which is the ID. So the first thing is you right click, you insert a colon to your left, and you can see that colon is right there. So the next thing here is you have to split this colon. Okay, so let us split it. Who remembers how to split colon? So to split colon, you go to data, you go to text to colons. You are going to see delimited, you click next. You are going to untap this and put comma, because that is what they are separated the whole thing. Then you go to next, and we want to put a new location. This is our new location. Then you go back there, and let's see, click on finish and see alpha. All right. So you can now see that all we need to do now is to delete this one. This is off. You delete this particular column. So we now have location ID, and then we have city. But of course, you realize that this particular, okay. So that have been sorted out. So we have location ID, and then you can name this as city. So can you now see now that this one is in a number format, it has gone to the right side of the cell. And this is a text format, it has gotten to the left side of the cell. So that's how to work on this, okay? I'm just showing you all of this. You can see the product ID. So we may also need to, if you expand this, you discover that the product ID is together with the name of the product. We don't want that. We don't want that. So what we want to do here is you just highlight everything, go text to colons, delimited, next, comma, it's there. And next. So let's see, finish. So you see now. So you now have your product ID, which has been kept different from the product name. Yeah, kept different from the product name. So I'm just showing you guys how you can use delimiter to cut this out. So if you want to still divide this, which is not advisable, you can now remove the dash. During your delimiter, you put dash instead of comma, and you see that it's going to divide FUR, put it in one column, put BO in another column, and put all of this in another column. But this is how a product ID should look like. Then all of this now will now become the product name. So guys, that is how to walk through this. Okay. Now, if you look at your project, we needed to find out how many variables of colons do we have. How many variables of colons do we have? So there's a formula for that. It's called the counter formula. It's called the what? The counter formula. And how do we do that? Let me show you. We want to know the number of columns in this project. So we simply say, let me undo all of this. Okay. So we want to find out the number of profits. We want to find out the number of columns. So we say equals to counter, bracket open. You can see what it's saying. It says it counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty. So you use the counter formula. Equals to counter, bracket open. Then you go to your you press your control key, click on all the columns, or you can highlight all of this. I prefer to highlight all your columns till the end instead of you counting. Once you highlight them to the end, you now put your bracket close and enter. So we have counted it now. We have a total of 23 columns. That's how to use the counter formula. So if you go back to your project, you'll be able to use that formula to count the number of columns you have. You use the same formula to count the number of rows. So that is it. And we're looking at minimum revenue, maximum revenue, total sum, average sum. These are things we all looked at. So if we want to find out this is profits. Let me put this in accounting, currency. Okay, yeah. So we want to find out this is total number of columns. Total number of columns is 23. We use the formula for that, right? And let's say sum. We want to calculate the sum of profits. Let me increase this so that we can see. Okay, sum of profits. How do we do that? Equals to, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, you can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yes.
Please, because someone just asked a question in the group. Tanya, what's happening? Let me drop a message. Please come back in. So who remembers the formula for sum? Remember, formula for sum. Formula for sum is equals to sum, bracket open, and this. Okay, yeah, there's a problem here. We did not. What is the problem? Why is it that I clicked on this? What is it I'm supposed to have done for this table? What is it I'm supposed to have done? Hello?
You are supposed to name the table.
Okay, Noni, thank you. Thank you. I'm happy that someone is following. You are supposed to name the table before doing anything, right?
Yes.
So I'm supposed to name the table. And it wasn't even in a table before. Now it's in a table. So we want to name our table to be sales data table. Sales data, and then he hits enter. Either way, whatever we do for the first person, we are going to do it for every group. So I want to put sales here. Let me put it in. I hope people are following how I'm doing this thing. This is how to analyze stock. Let me put it in Naira. Okay, it has to be in dollars really because US is not using Naira. So let's leave it in dollars. The states here are in Naira, Kentucky, California, Florida, they are not using Naira. So we proceed. So that have been put in currency format as well as the profit. So we want to check sum of profit. So all we need to do is equals to sum bracket open. When you click on this, you have to name sales data. You have to call the name of the and then profits. So yeah, that's the total number of profits. Okay, did you guys take that? Did you get it? Let me try it again. So we have equals to sum bracket open. You name the table, which is our sales data table. All right, and then you hit the name of the column. The name of the column, which is profit. Okay, which is profit. Let me show you the example now. So these people have made a total of profit is massive profit.
Sorry, Coach. Sorry to ask you. Please, I want to find out something. How did you know this formula? Is there a place where somebody can get the formula, or you have to cram it, or how did you? Is there a place you got the formula?
I don't care.
Yes.
Are you just joining us?
Not really. I have been up.
But you have heard of the sum formula now. Have you not used sum before? Take for instance, we want to add 9 and 10 together. So we simply say equals to sum bracket open. You click on the first one, comma, click on the second one, bracket close, and then you hit enter, and it gives you 19.
Okay.
So it's simple. We have started all this out in our very first class.
Okay, thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, it's you now see that when you have a massive data like this, you have to include those formulas. You have to start using them. So we have calculated the sum of profits, and it's more than almost $1 billion naira here. So we want to calculate for sum of sales. And to do that, we say equals to sum, bracket open, we call up our table name. Okay, and then we now go to where you have sales. Just click on the first cell and then bracket close. Okay, and enter. You can see, no, there's a mistake. Let's see, it's not supposed to be showing at
Hey, this thing is plenty on my body.
What is that?
Sorry.
Let's troubleshoot. All right, so I think I was right. That is how to get sum of sales, sum of profits. I need to correct that. It's going to be sales data. Sales data. You can see, guys, I don't need to go online to search all of this. And then you click on your profits. Let me try that again. Equals to sum sales data. Once you click on this, call the name of the table. All right, so I think it's the same thing. So that's how to do it. For the sum, if you look at the formula here, equals to sum sales data, bracket open, sales, bracket close. So if we want to do the same thing, we can say, let's try confirm equals to sum sales data, bracket, this particular bracket here, and it will bring out the list of all the columns in your data set. Then you now click on profits. Once you click on profits, then you close it with the square bracket and then hit enter. You discover that we got a wrong value for sum of profits. So let's start that again. Equals to sum, bracket open, sales data. Then you open your bracket. It's going to tell you, give you a list of, it's going to give you a list of columns. We want to calculate the sum of profit. So we can go ahead to look for profits. Where is the profits? Can anyone see profits?
Yes, go down small.
Profit.
There is it.
Oh,
that's the last
all right.
verse.
So you click on it and then you close your brackets and hit enter. You can now see that we did we we messed up for the first one. So this is our total profits and this is our total sales. So now we want to calculate the sum total quantity of goods sold. Total quantity of goods sold. So we can, let me use two, there are two formulas. Let me try the count formula and see. Count sales data, then open bracket square. You go to your quantity. Quantity, where is quantity? Yeah, it's quantity. Then you close your bracket and hit enter. So you now see that we have total quantity of goods sold, 9,994. If you look at this table, this particular column, we have 9,994. So we want to, how much discount did we give? You can still follow the same way, okay? So this one is the sum. We use the counter formula here. We use the sum formula here. We use the sum formula here. Then we use the count formula. Please take note of these things to help you as you work in your, project. Now, the next thing is...
Please, sorry, I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
The total number of columns, are we supposed to do it before? Because the question is up. Are we supposed to do it before as number 2. I think it's number 2 question, or after we are done with all the assignments, because we are going to add columns, more columns to the question, to the assignments you gave us.
Count the number of columns that have already that you are given. Okay, count it so that you know that this, because you need to know the number of columns you were given. How will your employer know? How will your employer know that you added new columns if you didn't put down where the number of columns you got when you got the job? So you need to count everything so that the person knows, okay, this person don't really work. Do you get?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that is it. That is how to go about it. You can divide your work into 2, where you have total number of columns when data was given is 23. Total number of columns after analysis is 28.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that is how to, yeah, that is a brilliant question. That is how to go about it. So now the next thing is to look at minimum sales, and then we look at maximum sales, and then what again? Average profit. So let's look at our table. Just mere looking at this table, you cannot tell for sure, because you would have to scroll down and scroll down and scroll down for you to get this sorted. And so a formula can help you, and a formula can only help you because you have put everything in a table. If you didn't, then you have to go and highlight everything. That's a lot of work. Now we have a table name, so you don't need all of that. So we want to do minimum sales. What formula do we use? Equals to somebody? Formula for minimum. Do I still have human beings here? Formula for minimum. Are we following? Are we following? Grace, Aderonke, Amaka, Okoli, Oluchi, Adeoye, Daniel, Noni. Are we together in this class? Is anybody doing anything?
Yes, sir, we are here.
Yes,
we are not doing anything.
Please don't do anything. Let's continue. So we concentrate. It will help you, seriously. It will help you. So we have minimum sales is min, bracket open. You call off your data table, and what else? Open your bracket open. You go to it. There's a difference between bracket open, like normal bracket open, which is curved. There's another. Let me put them. There's a difference between this bracket open, bracket close. It's a difference between this one. There's a difference between this. Are we watching? Are we seeing this? Are we seeing the screen?
Yes. What are the differences?
Yeah, this one is used to close all your functions. It's used to, once you use this, take for instance, if you say equals to today, bracket open, bracket close, you have told Excel what you want to, and if you hit enter, it's going to tell you today's date, which is 23rd of January 2022, right? So this first one is to close your functions, your formula. This second one, we use it rarely, mostly when you are maybe concatenating. Concatenating is like you are joining more columns or functions or words or values or cells together. Then this is used to call out a colon in your data set. To call out a colon in your data set. So let's say we want to call out the sales colon in your data set. For those of you that were in the SQL class, the SQL class with my friend, you discover that there was a way he taught you guys how to call out a table from a data set, right? For data analysis people, you heard how he was able to call out a table from a particular data set. So you can use from function, where function, and so on and so forth. So in Excel, the square bracket is mostly used to call out a function, or to call out a colon, call out a value. So that is how we get to do it. So I'm using equals to min, bracket open. I call out the name of my table, sales data, and then if I put the square bracket, watch what it's going to do. Square. You now see it has called out the names of all the columns available. Have you guys seen? In such a way that all you need to do now is to look for the sales column, and then you click on it. So this is the sales column. You click on it, and then you close it. You might decide to put bracket close or not. And then when you hit enter, you now see this is the minimum number of sales. That's the minimum number of sales, 0.44. That is 44 cents. Okay, 44 cents. And the maximum number of sales equals to max, bracket open, sales data, and then you call out the name, the column. You want to see the maximum number of sales. You click on your sales, then close it and hit enter. So, and then you have put it, you have $22,000. So if you scroll down from this sales, this column, this particular column here, if you search for the lowest number of sales, you'll see it is 44 cents. And you can actually see that the highest number of sales is $22,000. So we want to find out the average profit. So what we need to do is equals to average, bracket open, sales data. You call out the number of columns. We want to see your profit. Click on your profit. You close the bracket and then hit enter. So $28 is your average number or average profit, $28.66. So if you go back to your project, you'll be able to now answer all of these questions using that particular formula I just showed you guys. Are we together?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, that's good. So now the next thing I want to show you guys is we want to look at step 2, data preparation. They're telling you derive a new column for year, that is order date and year month. A new column. That is the first thing. Now let's look at how we can do that for this other project. Is there any other dates here? Okay, there's something I want to do. Let me rename this as date of birth for the purpose of my explanation today. Okay, date of birth. And then we have other dates. So they are telling you everything here. Let us know the year, just the year, and let us know just the month, and let us know just the name of the day. Is it on Tuesday? Is it on Thursday? How are we going to do it? So all we need to do is you create inside colons. We want to put year. We want to name this column the year column. Are you people following this thing? If you know this thing in Excel, you are a big boy. You are a big girl. This thing I'm showing you, if you can own it, if you can do it, no matter the kind of data that have been given to you, if you can handle data the way I am teaching you now, and even when you research more upon it, then you are good to go. And then those other things I wrote, H lookup, V lookup, concatenate, counter, count if, sum if, the ones I've shown you, the ones I recommended you read, please go ahead and research about those things. So now we want to remove these things together. There is a way we can do this. Who knows? There's a way we can do this without even putting the formula. But we want to put the formula in each column. But there's a way we can do this without using a formula. Who knows how we can do that? There's this other dates. We want to see the year, we want to see the name of the month. Anybody? Anybody? Now, wow, my people. Una chop Sunday rice, so.
Yes, sir.
Eh?
We never chop.
We just finished eating, so we are tired.
No, you cannot be tired in Jesus' name. Huh? So, should I continue?
Yes, sir. Continue.
Continue.
Yeah, please. I need to, because so let's just mute yourself. Let's continue. So we want to put the year. There's a way we can go about it, and that is we go here. You see, can you see this thing now? Short date and long date. So if you click on long date, it's going to show you something. Just expand this. Expand. You can see it's showing you. Let me highlight all and then put long dates. Okay, can you see now? So that is one way to go about it. This is okay. Let me just teach you guys how to go about it. Two ways. The first way is this one. You do this, and then you go to data. You go to text to colons by delimiter, comma, and next, and then you choose this particular column, then finish. Let me try that again. Let me see if it will work, because something is wrong. Text to columns. Okay, it's not going to work. Some people were already waiting to see if this small X will work. Sorry, it's not working because the value here is, if you look at the formula bar, it's still showing you 11/8/2016. The only thing you did here is that you changed everything to long dates, but we are going back to short dates. This is what we want. So how do we put it in year? How do we divide the year? You can as well use your delimiter, but then you are going to scatter everything here. It's not going to look nice. So for year, please watch the formula. Is equals to, you use your text function, bracket open. This is what is telling you that text converts a value to text in a specific number format. So you have your text function, which helps you to convert. Those of you with a pen and paper, this is where you write, all right? Showing you these formulas and how you can apply them. So you have your text equals to text, it converts a value to text in a specific number format, and then you open your brackets. What do you do now? you now call in your order date, which is this particular one. Just click on the very first cell and it's going to give you the name of that column. And then you click on comma. What else? You open your double quotation because you want the year to appear 4 times, like 2016. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. You now put Y, 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 and then you close it with your double quotation and close your formula with your bracket, and then you hit enter. Can you see it, guys? Can you see?
Yes.
So now you have your 2016 in another column. So the next question was put your year and month together. Put your year and month together. So how do we do that? You again insert a new column to your left. You name this year and month. Hit enter. And then watch out. Let's see the formula. Equals to, you still use your text formula, bracket open. Okay. You click on your order date, then comma, then you put your year, 1, 2, 3, 4, then dash. Who is leaving? Oh, who is leaving? Noni, who is leaving?
Sorry.
You see now, you see, I am in class and somebody is doing something. Can you imagine? So let's continue, please. So this is it. Put your year and then you put dash and then you put your month, which is going to be in 4 places or 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then bracket close, double quotation and bracket close. Let's see how it's going to look like. Hit enter. Okay.
So it's supposed to be 4M, not 5.
It's supposed to be 4M.
Yes.
Okay. That's true. Thank you so much. So you can see we have 2016 November. So from this part, you can see now, for those of you that are going to be visualizing this data in your data analysis class, you are going to have to show us, this is a data analysis project too. You are going to have to visualize us and visualize to us and show us, look, we had a lot of sales in November. So whenever November comes around, you can tell your boss, okay, this is, or your whoever you're working with, this is the month we need to invest more. We need to invest more in our advertisements. You now see why data is very important for any business to grow. Okay. I noticed that from the period of November to January, in fact, up to February, March, this is the time a lot of people are looking for jobs. And this is the time a lot of companies are also hiring. So I had a lot of people who reached out to me that they wanted me to help them revamp their CV, their LinkedIn and stuff. So with this type of data, anytime it's like November to March every year, I have to just brace up that, look, this is the time I'm going to have a lot of people who would want to move jobs, who would want to improve. Even those of you that are in this class, you are hoping to get a job after your training and stuff. And it's within January, February, March, November, December. Okay, so that's why data is really, really crucial. And then the third question you ask is which day of the month of the year visualize it. So we are going to call this column day column. And who can tell me the formula? Equals to, are we here?
Weekday.
Yes.
Yes.
No, text first.
Okay.
Yes.
What
Okay,
else?
bracket.
Open brackets.
Yeah.
Another kind of bracket.
No,
Other
you have
dates.
to click other dates. Thank you. You have to call out. Hello, you have to call out the name of the column you are working with. If you click on year and then you put your formula for day, it's going to give you error. So you have to call out the column. So we just called out the other date column. And then what else? What else? Your comma, and then we put your day. Day is how many? D. You put your bracket, double quotation, and then bracket close, and then enter. Can you see that? Are we together?
Yes.
So this is how to do that. This is how to do it. This is how to do it. So the text function, this is what the text function does. It helps you to convert. You see that when once I did the formula once, because this thing is in a table, it gets affected to every single row, every single row. I didn't need to begin to type the formula in the second one, the third one, the fourth one. So those who are going to be in visualization team, I'm talking about those in data analysis, you discover that, okay, a lot of people go to shopping on Wednesdays, on Thursdays, more than on any other day. Your visualization is going to show you that, okay? So that is it. That is it, really. So the next question, we are done with the year and month, and then the day. The next question now is we want to look at the age. We want to look at the age. So if you have your date of birth, which is this one, we want to look at age. So let's look at your project again. So we have solved for this. We have solved for this. And merge the first name and last names together. You guys already know that one. You already know how to do that. Then derive customer age as difference between birth date and other dates in terms of year. Please, they are saying derive customer age as difference between birth date and other dates in terms of year. So how do we go about it? For this one, we have the other date here and we have the birth date here. So all we need to do, let me put this D-O-B. We want to get, please mute yourselves, thank you. Age. We have, who's that person? So let's continue. We want to put the age, so we have the formula called dated if. So we have equals to dated if. You discover dated if is not for in my Excel version, it's not showing. But nevertheless, we want to use a dated if formula. We click on the date of birth, and then we have our comma. We now click on the other dates. We have our comma, and then we put the year, double quotation, and then we close our bracket and hit enter. Why is it showing error? file contains an error. Let me try that again. Equals to dated if okay, so no. It's not supposed to show. It's not supposed to show this. Let me troubleshoot, guys. Other dates. No. What is happening? Okay, a minute, let me troubleshoot. Let me pause the recording, okay? So let's continue. I want to do some troubleshooting. Let me see this. The B2 just hope this will work. Let's see. No. Add to what's the name of the? Okay, this is a project. Let's see. So I have H equals to today and close minus dates. Why mistaking 6 days? Let's see. Okay. I think this is the correct one. This is the correct one. Oh my God. So someone that was born in 1927 is now 94 years old. I think this is very correct now. This is very correct. The person that asked that question, what's your name?
Kigo. That's ask why you're adding the order, right?
Yeah, the order, but someone said that why do we have someone born in 1935 and the person is like 31?
Okay.
Who was that person?
I don't know. I think it's a database.
Okay. So there are two ways to go about it. In fact, I think there are even more. You can use the year fraction, you can use the round down fraction, you can use this one, which is the INT formula, and then there's this one I was trying to use. It's called the today formula, and it wasn't giving me what I was looking for. So, but let's stick to this one. Let's stick to this particular formula. It's called you can copy it here. You can see it on the screen, right? So that's how you can get the age, to know the age of people here. But please, when you are answering questions, read the instruction. The instruction here is derive the customer age. They didn't just say derive customer age from birth date, which is what I did here. The question is derive customer age as difference between birth date and other date in terms of year. So you have to put your birth date, comma, your other date, comma, and then your year. That's how you get that age difference. I don't know if you get it, but if you want to know the exact age of those people born in 1957, this is how you get to know about it. So if I want to know the age of, let me do something quickly. This one is not going to work. I don't know why. Date of birth, because there are 12 months in a year, so this thing is not working. It's not going to work. You remember I changed ship dates to this one, so that's why it's giving me that error. But assuming I have correct, let me just check online if I can get date of birth file, and then show you guys how this is done. I'm almost running up. I'm supposed to have kept to 1 hour, but I needed to show you guys how to go about attempting that project so that you can begin to walk through it. Okay. So, what is it I wanted to find out again? Date of birth. Date of birth. Date. Date of birth.
Formula function.
You can see the house too.
This is not what I want. I just need a data that is showing me date of birth.
So this is the room. This is the room of one. As you can see, the room is just game. Even the wall socket.
Who they show person room and parlor for my class? So
Bestie is working in your class.
I will tell you, they also anyway, I don't want to waste time doing all this, please. But I guess you guys should understand what I've been trying to do, okay? trying to do. I've already shown you an example of how to do it here.
I don't understand.
Who is that person? Let me, who is that person? The person don't keep quiet.
Now me.
You who? There are two ways to go about this. Age difference. There are two formulas I'm going to use, guys. Just watch. And then this one is age from birth date. Now, this is Formula 1. Formula 1 is we want to know the age difference between birth date and other dates. How do you do that? You use the dated if function, and that is equals to, please listen, I'm taking this just once this time around, equals to dated if, bracket open, you click on the birth date, which is this one, and then you put your comma. You now open up, call out your other dates. And I said for Excel, if you want to call out anything, you use the square bracket. This is your other dates. You close it with your square bracket. You put your comma. You put your year in double quotation, and then you close it and hit enter. Have you seen? Now, you now see that the age difference between birth date and other dates is 53. In fact, I am giving you guys the answer to number 4 question already. So, but we want to know the age of this person. We want to know the age of this person. So we say we use the formula called the INT formula. So that is, and what is the INT function? In case you don't know, the INT function rounds a number down to the nearest integer. Of all the Excel functions that we know presently, INT is probably the easiest one to use because it requires only one argument. It requires only one argument. So if you want to round up a number to the nearest integer, for instance, you have 0.245. If you want to round it up to the nearest integer, you will now have 0.24 or 0.25 instead of 0.24. It's like rounding up to the nearest decimal. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Hello?
Yes, like
I
approximate.
understand, sir. Yeah.
Exactly, approximation. That is what the INT formula does. So now we want to approximate this birth date. We want to approximate it to a particular year. We want to approximate it. So the formula is equals to INT is, you can now see what it's saying. It rounds a number down to the nearest integer. So you open your quotation. The number you want to put is, you want to divide, you want to put today's date like this, okay? Divide it by the number, the cell, sorry, subtract it by the cell and divide it by a number of days in a year. Let me put that down. Please copy this in your notes. Integer equals to today's date minus the date of birth cell, the date of birth colon, sorry, divided by number of days in a year, which is 365. So this is the formula. int today. Okay. Let's say the number, the minus the name of the cell is, let's say, B4. Okay. Then bracket close divided by 365 bracket close. This is the formula. Copy it now. I click outside to show error, but copy it now so that you get it. To show error because the number of it did not acknowledge. You can see it here. int equals to int today. Okay, you already know the formula for today. If you want to see today's date, just say equals to today, bracket open, bracket close, and hit enter. You now see today. So we want to know how old is this person from 1957. We are in 2022. How old is this person from 1957? If you use this formula here, if you come next year, 2023, you are going to see that this formula will automatically update itself because you inserted the today's date into that formula. So now, let me take it here, equals to int double open bracket today, open bracket, close bracket, minus the cell or the colon. Just click on this and it will give you the name of that colon. Okay, you close it, you divide everything you are doing by 365, and then you close it and hit enter. You will automatically see that the person born in 1957 is now 64 years old. So instead of calculating your head, trying to find out how old someone who was born in 1976 is, just simply use the integer formula and you are good to go. Can I proceed? You can see there's a difference between age from birth date and age difference. It's a big difference. So guys, and then so if you do this now, you begin to, the next question here, if you look at your project, the next question is number 5. Derive the age band based on categories shown on the left side, and then derive the customer value based on spend. So what we want to do now is, everywhere you see the age of 13 to 19, put teenager. Anywhere you see 20 to 34, put young adult. Anywhere you see 35 to 49, put adult. Anywhere you see 50 to 64, put seniors. And then 65 and above, put elderly. Okay, put elderly. So if you scroll down, you are going to see that there is an age difference. So now I want to use this particular age from birth date, to solve for this particular one. But you guys will have to use age difference, this particular one, to solve for this equation. So let's go ahead. I want to insert another colon to the left, and I want to call this age category. Age category. So let me check and see. Check. Okay, age category. The formula we are going to use for age category is called the if formula. How many of you remember the if formula? We have some if this is that, therefore this, if not, else, true. Remember, we use orange, apple. If equation is orange, true, else, false. Who remembers? Who remembers? So Do I still have people here?
Yes.
Nobody remembers our formula. Please, you people should be watch the video recordings now. How now they form my hand like this? Amaka, Choma, Daniel, Noni. Nobody remembers the formula, the if formula, the if statement.
First record.
We remember.
You remember?
Yes, but this one way they do, I know they understand it.
You understand? In Jesus' name.
Amen.
So the if statement is very, very simple. So now that we have gotten the age, let me just put this age, hit enter, because I don't want it long. We want to say anywhere you see 13 to 19, put teenager. Anywhere you see 20 to 34, put young adult. Anywhere you see 35 to this, put adult, and so on and so forth. So we have to call it out. We say if, bracket open, they say what is a logical test? Remember, the logical test is the name of whatever colon you are finding out. The other one, our logical test was orange. So we say if orange, therefore true, else false. So anything that was not orange turns out to be true. Okay. Let me put that thing again. Let me write it again so that those who did not follow before. So we have fruits and we have value. So we have orange, we have mango, fruit name, we have orange, we have what?
You have two oranges already.
I know. Apple, we have
banana,
pineapple, banana. Okay, so watch out now. We want to use the if state. We want to use the if. We want to use the if statements here. Okay. So what we are going to do is, of course, you put this in a table. It's in a table now. The next thing is we want to use the if statements, and we say if, sorry, equals to if
bracket highlight
orange, that is if fruits equals to
true.
okay, if fruits, then we have orange.
Which one is that fruit again?
Let me remove the table, because this way some of you will not understand why we are using the if function. So I have equals to if orange. So I will just click on just if orange. Okay, value if true. Did we? Then false.
Bracket close.
Why is it showing error? Logical test orange.
Start afresh.
Okay. It dey pay me say I talk this thing for class and
Equal to if be doing first. Highlight orange now.
Okay.
Yes.
If C9,
Yes, highlight orange.
What else?
Comma.
Okay.
Comma again. Orange. Comma. True. Comma false, but you didn't put this this double this thing up, orange, whatever.
Is that it? This one?
Yes, but you put it in orange now.
Okay.
Yes, here. I'm just looking at my note too. I've not tested it. I'm not looking at it.
Let's start again. I love the attempt. Who is this person?
Not me.
Okay, I love the attempt. Let's start again.
Me no get name. Now me, you no get name.
You know who they talk.
Don't mind her.
Make other people know who they talk. Talk your name.
We have if, bracket open.
Highlight orange.
Highlight orange.
What's again?
Orange.
Comma. Yes. Close. Saying enter too many arguments. Why did too many arguments again?
Which part of which note did you look at?
Anyway, I am seeing highlight equal to, but I don't know whether this thing. God help us. After C9, I don't know, is it equal to orange? I'm seeing. Oh, that's why I copy. Highlight. Okay, space. Is it the space or no? That one is date. Are you sure it's not the date? It's dates. I'm seeing the space. So the space is the date on.
Is it only who was speaking, Choma?
Yeah.
Is it only Choma that followed this class up to this point? Me, I'll leave you people alone.
We don't know anything about this, so I'm not saying anything now. So yeah, we're waiting for you to just.
So I'm here also. I'm here.
Oh no. I'm not going to repeat this one again now. I already talked about the if function.
Yes.
I already talked about it. Going back was just to show you guys
Please, let's try this one. Maybe it's my mistake why copying, but let's try this first.
Okay.
So, equal to. If bracket highlight the orange.
Okay.
I'm seeing equal to before that orange, but what will be the text? Let's use this thing down now. What will be the okay? Write equal to.
Equal to.
Yes. Then write orange.
Orange.
No, now where is this thing up? The invited come open and close up.
Yes. Okay.
Then do comma.
Then true. What else?
True.
Okay.
Comma false.
False.
Brackets. I don't know again. That's what I'm seeing in my notes. Hi.
Choma, well done. If anybody did not get this, then or you'll be your case. So you need
It's in
to,
my notes. I'm reading
yeah,
from my
you need
notes.
to. You got it. You got it. I love the fact
I
that
know.
you were
I know. I
able
get
to
it.
do.
I know.
You're able to do some troubleshooting. Okay, but for who's that person now? Una go they sell property for my class. They play music. Can you imagine? So the thing is that if you want all of this to make sense, you need to tell Excel, look, if anything in this cell equals to something, then give me A. If not, give me B. You need to use that equals to sign. You need to use it. Let me try it again. We want, anywhere we say orange, we want to put true. Where there's no orange, we want to put false. And the only way we can do that using Excel is what we call the if function. So what do we use the if function for? Equals to if bracket open, we say if this cell
Let's do
equals to,
mango. Another one, maybe true or something.
okay, yeah. If the first one equals to mango, you have to put it in double quotation mark, meaning it has to be the exact thing that is in the other cell. If the first cell equals to mango, then give it true. If not, make it false. Then close the argument and then hit enter. You now see orange is not mango, so it's false. Let's drag down. You now see now, the only thing that is true here is mango, and it is true because we told it it is true. I don't know if anyone is following.
I understand.
That is how to use the if. That is how to use the if function. So now the question that we have here is telling us if 13 to 19, anywhere you see 13 to 19, put teenager. Anywhere you see 20 to 34, put young adult. So we are going to use the if statement, and we put the age category. We simply say equals to if bracket open. What is the logical test? The logical test is the age, which is this particular column here, is the age. You see, I have highlighted it. If that age, or you can just click on the first one and it's still fine. If that age, comma, is greater than or equals to 19, comma, please call it a teenager. Because we are not done, we have to still continue the formula. We have to continue the formula. You put the teenager, then double quotation. And then you continue it. You continue the statement again by saying if bracket open, you still go back to your logical test. Age is equals to or greater than and equals to 34. Put young adult.
Adult.
Put comma again. I didn't put comma here. Put comma. So you need to continue. to say if, open bracket, your logical test is the age. Okay. If the age is greater than and equals to 49, you can see 35 to 49. Let's call them what? Adult. You close that particular and then open your if again, bracket open,
Age.
your logical test
Age.
is
Yes.
greater than, right? Or equals
50.
to
50.
64.
64.
Okay, 64.
64. Yes, you have to use the last one. Is greater than or equals to 64. Then let's call them what?
Comma.
Senior.
Seniors.
Right? Then close it.
Comma.
Now, because we have ended it, the last one is 65 and above. If this equals to this, if this equals to this, call it this. If this equals to this, call it this. If it is not equals to all of that I have mentioned, then call them
Elder.
elderly. Exactly. That person you are there. Call them elderly. Then you close it with double quotation. Now, how many functions are here? If you count them, we have we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 6. So we have to now open it to close the bracket how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. And then let's hit enter. Enter. Can you see the magic now? Can you see that age category? 64.
Why 4 brackets?
Look at your logical test. The place I've highlighted. Have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
So count it from this one, elderly, 1. Okay. Let's count from where you have that age, where you have the logical test. Age. How many times did age appear in the column? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. How many times did you type if? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. That is why you have to close it 4 times. If you close it 3 times, it means that you have left out one of your if statements and it's going to show you error. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes.
That is how to answer that question. So now you can now see that if you scroll down, you may discover that if you want to visualize this data, you may discover that a lot of people who are elderly actually maybe paid a lot of money. So whenever you have a meeting with your salesman or salesperson, you tell them, please, the elderly people in this company are those that patronize us the most. Be very, very cautious to them. Be very, very attentive and hospitable. So anytime any of you is going to buy your, is Joy here? Our skincare person, is she here? She's not here. So, okay, anytime you are going to buy your skincare products, they discover that it is those who are adults that buy skincare products. So anytime you are going, you see them asking you questions. How are you doing? How is your day? Questions to make you feel at home, to make sure that they give you the best of customer service. They want to retain you. And they wouldn't be able to do all that if they didn't have enough data to say, look, in 3 months, we have adults who are coming from this particular age bracket who are coming to patronize us. That's why if you go to some of these malls, they will ask you, oh, Ma, can you put your date of birth, or can you put your date, your month? That's why banks get to send you happy birthday. That's why some of the malls you visited with your details, they get to send you happy birthday. Those are all details that are very critical to data, business growth and stuff. You should be able, as a data entry person, be able to generate insights. You should be able to talk convincing. You should be able to convince the management of the company or wherever you work in that, look, this is how best I can generate data from the insights I can generate from all of that. Okay, so I've been able to answer that particular question, and I want to see you guys use the age difference instead to answer that question. So I'm not going to answer this one for you because I've already given you an expo to answer it. So it's very simple. Anywhere you see 1,500, okay, anywhere you see 1,500, put casual bias. For 1,501 to 22,500, put brand seekers, and then it's like saying if this casual bias, if bracket open equals to 1.5 casual bias, bracket open equals greater than equals to 2.5 brand seekers, else convince seekers, then you are going to have your answer sorted. So the one I want you guys to also solve is you need to put these two together.
Excuse me, please.
You need to put your first name and last name together. I need to see them together, first name and last name. I'm coming, please. And then you have your first name. I don't want to see all of them.
I want to use the loo.
You want to use what?
I want to quickly use the loo. Excuse me.
I won't wait for you. You can watch the record if you miss it. So I want to put this particular name here. I want to put it in a normal way. So you can just use the proper function, proper, bracket open, put your text, and then you close it. You can see that it has appeared. Instead of Gloria, everything in capital letter, you now have Gloria. The only thing that is first name is, the only thing that is capital is the first name. So the formula to use is the proper formula. That is equals to proper, and then you highlight the name of the cell or the column and bracket close, and it will change everything to proper. Then if you want everything to go to caps, for let's say, let me delete this. If I want this last name, I want everything to be caps. So all I need to do is equals to is it caps? Would that work? No. Proper. Oh, wow. My battery is low, guys. So this is where I leave you people. We are going to have one last section where I'm going to talk about how to open your profile, how to build a good profile. And that will be after you guys have submitted your assignments on Wednesday. Wednesday is the deadline. Please, Wednesday is the deadline for your assignments. A lot of you are giving excuses. Try to finish up by Wednesday. I'm not going to wait for you. So guys, I'll end the class here for today. It's 3 p.m. We started by 1, so we used 2 hours. Any question? Any question?
No, thank you so much.
All right.